Hi there, welcome to the Art of Business English, the podcast where we help people like you get the language skills you need for doing business in English. Andrew Ambrosi is your host, and this week I've got episode 185 for us, which is part 2 of my mini-series into useful terms for employment contracts. And as you probably remember from last week, I've been working with one of my students and we've been looking at employment contracts, which are not very exciting, to be honest. However, they're very important, especially if you are dealing with professionals, you are someone who has to employ people, or if you're someone who is being employed and you want to make sure that you get the correct or the best conditions for the job that you're being employed for. So it's really important that you do know some of these terms, what they mean, and maybe some of the implications that they might have in a employment contract. So let's look then at part 2 of my mini-series. So if you haven't already watched episode 1 or listened to episode 1 of the series, you can review it either on Spotify or iTunes. You can head over to the blog. You can listen to it there. You can watch it on YouTube. Everything is there for you, so not a problem. But make sure you have a listen to episode 1 of this mini-series before you dive into today's episode. So let's take a look at what we've got for you today, which is some more expressions on employment contract language. So the first one I've got for you is party. And that's not like fiesta party. No, that's something different, but it basically means the person or company involved in a legal agreement is referred to as the party. So much more formal and much more serious than a party fiesta. Okay, let me give an example of that for you. If you have a business partner, she'd have to be a party in the rental contract as well. So your business partner, she's also on the contract because she's a party member. The next one on my list is agreement. And this is a little bit abstract in terms of not like, let's have an agreement together. An agreement is a contract made between people, companies or countries. So it's a bit more powerful, no? in terms of legal terms than just a normal agreement. So an example would be, it seems that after months of negotiation, we have yet to write up an agreement for this deal, meaning we haven't reached an agreement yet. There's no contractual agreement. Clause is another one on my list, and a clause is very important. So that's spelled C-L-A-U-S-E, and a clause is a particular statement or article or stipulation in a contract. So it's very important. Clauses are where you put all the fine detail. For example, we need to include a penalty clause in the event that the supplier fails to deliver on time. When dealing with employment contracts, you'd also put in part-time contract. So in a part-time contract, very common to be hired for only some of the hours of the week that people normally work. So they don't work all of the hours. Basically, it's very common for young people to be on part-time contracts or people who are studying at university. However, another example is that more than 80% of employed workers with a part-time contract are women, which is a bit sad actually. Women are more likely to be on part-time contract. The opposite of that is a full-time contract. So a full-time contract is when you're hired for the full amount of time spent working, and that's basically considered normal for a person or for a job. So in this case, you generally only have one job. You have a full-time contract, so you do maybe 37 or 40 hours a week. An example would be the webmaster was promoted from a temporary contract to a full-time contract. So they were working some hours and they've moved to full hours, 40 a week. Next one is a base or a basic salary. And this is the amount of money that someone earns every year in their job. And it doesn't include any extra payments they may receive. So any bonuses, we're going to talk about bonuses in a second. But an example would be, for the right person, we are willing to pay a base salary of $200,000 plus bonuses. So the base salary is the $200,000, and this doesn't include any bonuses. A bonus is something that you receive. It's normally an amount of money given to an employee in addition to their salary, and it's generally as a reward or at special occasions. So normally people get bonuses in sales if they meet their targets and they sell a lot. So bonuses can be very important in organizations. So an example would be the company often gives discretionary bonus payments. So, you know, depending on what happens, they might give you a payment, an extra bonus payment. Now, this is important, net salary. Now, sometimes there's confusion. Net salary is a person's salary after taxes and insurance have been removed. For example, you know, once you've paid taxes, what do you get at the end of the deductions from taxes, the deductions from Social Security? That's your net salary. So an example would be permanent workers are entitled to receive a loan worth 4 monthly payments of their net salary. So this loan is going to be based on their net salary, not on their gross salary. Gross salary, Gross, gross salary is the total amount of money an employee receives before taxes and deductions are taken out. So really important that you negotiate your contract. When you negotiate a contract, it's always gross salary. So the average gross salary in Europe is 41,588 euros per year. However, most positions range from 21,000 to 30,000 euros a year. If you do lose your job, you're going to get unemployment benefits. And unemployment benefits basically is the money that you receive that the government pays to unemployed people who are looking for a job. So, you know, you can get unemployed benefits when you lose your job. For example, figures showed that 50,000 people in the region were on unemployment benefits. So those are the benefits that you will get from the government, the monthly money you get paid so that you don't starve and end up on the street. So that is it, people. I hope you've enjoyed part 2 of my mini-series on employment contractual terms, and I hope there are a lot of new words for you that you've discovered. Make sure you stay posted for future updates. We will be releasing another episode next week. And if you haven't subscribed, you should. It's free. Okay, you can sign up at my website. So just head over to the Art of Business English website, subscribe, and you'll receive emails every week. And of course, please feel free to share this episode with your friends, family, or colleagues. And if you have any questions, do not hesitate to contact me, as I love to help out my audience. And please give me a 5-star rating over iTunes. That's how I can reach and help more people. And don't forget, you can improve your chances of employment and career growth with my highly specialized courses that focus on English for business context. So whether you want to brush up on your written or oral skills or learn business English from the very beginning, my team of highly experienced experts at the Art of Business English can help you achieve that. So do not hesitate. We've got online courses, we've got private coaching you can reserve at times that suit you. You get access to my experienced team of experts, and we're more than happy to help you reach your learning goals. So check us out at theartofbusinessenglish.com, and if not, I'll see you all next week on The Art of Business English for another episode of my mini-series on financial employment contract vocabulary. See you all there. Take care. Bye for now.